Thank you. Thank you very much. Day 3 or episode 3 on 7 critical steps to positive thinking. This is T. Allen Haynes, and I'm delivering on my promise that I stated on 4th of July, where I posted a Facebook Live video when I asked the question, are you really free? And I promised that I would help you accomplish that if you tune in. So we're doing a special 7-day series on 7 critical steps to positive thinking. And that's one thing that we can control is our thought processes. So I'm going to help you with those. And thanks again for tuning in. We're a little bit behind schedule today, but that's okay. So this episode is, do you love or hate your work? Now, some of you might be having jobs, some of you might be entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs, but I can only reference back to my days in corporate America, and it was short because I was obviously a career military guy, and I spent about 7 years in corporate America. And I worked for a company where, it was easy just to become another face in the crowd. And, it was your typical corporate setting where you'd find many people who truly hated being there. And one particular person, a particular lady, whose cubicle, you would see every day, we'd pass every day, particularly every time I walked by, she would be on social networking or, a celebrity gossip website. And if the managers were in the area, she would quickly perk up and, look busy. You probably know what I'm talking about. And when the coast was clear, she'd go back to wasting time. And I also remember her being negative and miserable most of the time. And I actually felt bad for her because for the most part, I liked, what I was doing in corporate America. I was helping people. I was a change, helping things change for the better. But, eventually at the end of that 7 years, I became a corporate refugee. And I dropped out of corporate America to pursue something that had more meaning for me. And I always knew I wanted to do that. It was just, I guess I was looking for permission to do it. But I can see with hindsight exactly what was going on. She hated her position and she didn't want to be there. She felt like she had to be there or she needed to be there. But another part of her believed that she must, keep the job because there was no other option. There was no other option from that job. So hopefully these next couple of days, you'll realize that, there are options for you to be truly free. So thinking back, I'm sure she wasn't lazy by nature, and I bet she had hobbies or other interests outside of her work that made her feel alive and positive, made her feel free. And maybe she had some things that could immerse herself in these activities for hours and feel like no time had passed at all. That's, you ever get involved in something where you don't realize the time has passed? Well, that happens to me every day. Every day I'm so engaged that I barely realize that time has passed. So this kind of engaged, focused activity that makes people feel genuinely happy is what we're talking about. For me, I always feel my best when I have put my heart and soul into a project. And that's meaning for me, and that I'm passionate about. It's even more powerful if you can get paid for it. Don't get me wrong, I was passionate about what I did in corporate America, and I loved what I was doing. But, we were building somebody else's dream. So let me read that sentence, or let me say that sentence one more time. It's even more powerful if you can get paid for it. When you're engaged in a focused activity that makes you genuinely happy, okay? The challenge then becomes, how do you align your entire life so that you spend the majority of time engaged in the kind of work that makes you come alive, that makes you feel free, or makes you free? How do you find something that you're already good at, or you already enjoy and want to become the best at? That's the key. But all it takes is the willingness to try something new. And if you are in a job you hate and have passion for something totally different, you don't have to quit your job and, risk everything right now. Over time, I've been building my entrepreneurship since 1994. Where I was focused on it. And then over time, I was confident enough to step out on my own and not be dependent on a job. And you can take a small passion project that you devote your weekends to. You can start there. Sometimes all you have to do is start. And you'll create the momentum you need to remap the entire direction of your life. So, take baby steps. But the key here is to start. Find out what you love to do. Find out what you get so engaged in that you forget about time. For me, it's helping people get recognized for their expertise. I help people realize their message and then help them get recognized so they can attract other clients that need their product or service through publishing and media. I'm totally engaged in that. I love it. So, I want to repeat that. All you need to do is start, and you will create the momentum you need to remap the entire direction of your life in a new, more exciting direction. Okay, so that's the key, is to start. If you're doing something now that you hate, I encourage you to start taking steps to change it, because life is too short. Life is very, very, very short for you to hate what you're doing. And it's time that you discover what it is that your gift is for the world and start moving in that direction. And I can help you with that. All you have to do is reach out. Reach out to me through Facebook messaging, or you can go to claimyourauthoritynow.com, claimyourauthoritynow.com, and we can have that conversation. So I'm very excited about my new book coming out. It takes you step by step on how I did it, my story, and all my failures and successes. I'm very, very excited about it. You can get a copy of it at theauthoritycodebook.com, theauthoritycodebook.com, and I'll send you a digital copy of it and some additional training videos as well. So that's this edition of 7 Critical Steps to Positive Thinking, Episode 3. Make sure you follow me on Spreaker. Make sure you connect with me at theauthoritycodebook.com, and we can start taking the steps to find out exactly what your message is to the world and what you're passionate about. So thank you very much. Tune in tomorrow for Episode 4, and we'll continue the conversation. Until next time, take care.